Yes, I think all of this can go into the dustbin. It's all rubbish. Wait a moment. What's this? It's my old oil lamp. I'd forgotten I had this. Shoo!
Whee! Bless you! Well, what's up to... Oh, look. What have you got there?
It's an old oil lamp.
Oh, what lamp?
An oil lamp. You see, you put the oil in here, and you light this bit here. That's called the wick. And then put that on there, and it gives off a lovely golden light. Well, at least it used to. It may not work now.
Oh, let's try it.
All right. See if there's any oil in it. Yes, there is. Can you hear it slopping about?
Yes, I can. Right, well, go on then. Try lighting the, what you call it?
The wick.
The wick, yes.
All right, I will. I don't seem to have any matches. Toby, have you got any matches?
Oh, don't be silly. I don't touch matches. They're dangerous.
You're quite right. Perhaps there's some on the table. No, none here.
No? Floor?
No. Oh, how annoying. If we haven't got any matches, we can't light the oil lamp.
That's a pity.
It's a shame the little dragon isn't here.
I am here.
No, not you. You're a spell dragon. You're quite different from other dragons.
Well, which dragon are you talking about then?
Don't you remember me telling you about the dragon's egg I bought? The one that hatched into a little dragon?
Oh, yes. And he wanted to eat all the creatures in the garden. So you had to lock him up in a cage.
Yes.
I don't think I like the sound of him at all.
Oh, he was a nasty little dragon. Still, he could breathe fire. And that would be quite handy for lighting the oil lamp.
Oh, well, he's not here, is he? So we'll just have to manage without him.
Yes.
Whatever happened to him, by the way?
Oh, I think the last thing I told you was that I had to lock him up in a cage in here.
That's right. Did he escape?
No, he didn't escape.
Phew.
Someone opened the cage and let him out.
Oh, now who would do a thing like that?
Come across to the puddle, and you'll see.
Oh, right.
Careful.
Sorry. Right, here I am.
Here we go.
Tessa lived in a hole under the steps of the magician's house. Tessa was a little cat. One fine day, Tessa went to see the magician. She climbed up the tree and jumped down onto the roof. She ran up the roof to the skylight and looked down into the magician's room. The magician was out. At first, Tessa thought that the room was empty. But then she saw a little puff of smoke coming out of the cage on the table. "The dragon is there," she said to herself. "But he's safely in his cage. I'll go and see." Tessa climbed down the pole that was propped against the window. She ran across to the table and jumped up onto it. There was the dragon's cage. The dragon was lying inside it. His eyes were shut. He was fast asleep. He was breathing out puffs of smoke. Tessa took a step nearer. The dragon woke up. He opened one eye and looked at her. Tessa jumped back. The little dragon lifted his head. "Don't be afraid of me," he said. "I wouldn't hurt you. The magician put me in here because I wanted to eat a mouse. There's nothing wrong in eating mice, is there?" "No," said Tessa. "But you mustn't eat the mice who live in the garden. We've all promised not to do that." "I've promised too," said the dragon. "But the magician still won't let me out. Oh, and I'm so stiff. Do you think that you could undo the catch on the door so that I could just come out and fly once around the room? I'd fly straight back to the cage and you could shut the door again. Please let me out." The little dragon looked so miserable that Tessa felt very sorry for him. "Will you promise to fly straight back to the cage?" she asked. "Of course I will," said the dragon. "Then I'll let you out for just 1 minute," said Tessa. She jumped on top of the cage, she pressed the catch and let the dragon out. The dragon flew up into the air. He breathed out fire and he breathed out smoke. He swung around and flew straight at Tessa, breathing out smoke and fire. Tessa didn't wait to talk about promises. She leapt right off the table into an empty box that was standing on the floor, and she pulled down the lid with a bang. The dragon flew down onto the box. He was just going to pull up the lid when he heard the magician's step outside the door. The door opened, and the magician came in. The dragon flew out of the open window. The magician ran across the room. "Come back!" he shouted. "Come back!" But the dragon flew on. Tessa heard the magician calling. She looked out of the box. "Meow," said Tessa. She was very frightened. The magician turned around and saw her. "Oh, Tessa," he said, "what have you been doing?" "I let out the dragon," said Tessa, "and I'm very sorry, but he promised to fly back into his cage again." "Never trust dragons," said the magician. "Dragons never keep their promises."
Poor Tessa. I wonder what happened to the dragon.
Well, we'll find out about that later. Let's see if this story's in the book.
Oh, right, okay.
Pencils and paper, pens and ink, the words shall appear before you can blink. Now, what have we got? Tessa came in here and saw the little dragon in his cage.
Fast asleep.
Well, yes, he was fast asleep, but he woke up and asked Tessa to open the cage.
Yes, he said he just wanted to fly around the room once, and then he'd go back in the cage.
Yes, and so Tessa let the dragon out.
She jumped onto the cage, pressed the catch,
And the dragon flew out. Oh, the dragon... Some words have been missed out here. I'll just write them in. Dragon flew out. The dragon flew out.
What's the title of that story?
It's called Never Trust Dragons. Never trust dragons.
Quite right, too. I'd never trust a dragon like that.
Me neither. trust a dragon to keep his word. He's not like any other beast or bird. He never keeps his promise, or so I've heard. So never trust a dragon to keep his word. Never trust a dragon, 'cause he tells lies. He'll be fibbing while he looks you in the eyes. To believe in what he tells you would be unwise. So never trust a dragon, 'cause he tells lies.
I think it's awful when people don't keep their promises, don't you?
I certainly do. That dragon was not very nice to know, was he?
No.
Still, he would have been useful for lighting the oil lamp.
Yes, well, since the fire dragon isn't here to light it, and you haven't got any matches, why don't we light it with a spell?
A spell? What a good idea. A spell to light the lamp.
Yes.
Well, first we need something beginning with L.
Lemonade.
Lemonade's too wet. It would put the lamp out rather than lighting it.
Yes, we need something that would burn. L. I know. A log.
Ah, yes. Logs burn, don't they?
Oh, yes, they certainly do. Right. Now, we need a colour. Now, which part of the lamp are we trying to light?
I know, the wick.
The wick! That's right. So we need something that starts with the same sound as wick. W. W. I know. A white washing up cloth.
Ah, yes.
Good. Now the tune for the magic spell goes,
No, it doesn't. It goes pom, 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 pom.
I was just going to say that. Pom, 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 pom. Right, all together now.
Pom, 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 pom.
The magic clap. And finally, the magic rhyme. Puddle, muddle, muddle, puddle, fire and heat, not cold and damp. Muddle, puddle, puddle, muddle, a click of the fingers to light the lamp.
Oh, look, it works.
Of course it. Touch it, Toby. Oil lamps are very, very dangerous. If you knock them over, they could set things on fire.
Oh, I won't touch it then.
Promise?
Oh, yes, I promise.
Good.
And I'm not like that other dragon, you know. I always keep my promises.
Good.
Play some more music, huh?
All right, some music, eh? Going to sing?
Oh, yes, please. Always trust spell dragons to keep their word. They're not like other dragons, I'm sure you've heard. To think they'd break their promise would be absurd. So always trust spell dragons to keep their word.
I always trust spell dragons. They don't tell lies. They're honest and truthful and oh so wise. They always keep their promise, so it comes as no surprise. I always trust spell dragons 'cause they don't tell lies.